as you can see, I've got a triangle section there and a cutout section there for this transmission cooler. Now, as you can see, that part was pretty easy. Just trace it out. Now, this part was just a 90-degree bend, and then just shoving it in and out, taking off pieces as I go. I actually laid there, looked straight up, and tried to line up where, put a dot on the steel where in the end where the bolts went, and I've got it pretty good actually. So that was a bit of, you know, taking bits and pieces off until you had the perfect triangle with 2 holes in it. Now those bolts are the best place to put it because I wasn't going to bolt anything to this. It might lose my road-worthy condition. That looks like a structural member. Anyway, the hose, if I can go in there, had to end up over the top of that, and there's a cavity there for a nice big U-turn without kinking the hose. So I can actually shove a bit more in there, nicely does it, and get out again. So that's one hose. The other one, of course, just down there. Oh, I don't know if it's good or bad that close to there, but it's just a piece of liner. Now that had to go in as deep as it could in that angle, not only to get it in as far as I could so that the bumper would miss, and there's a smart bar going on here too, so it's going to miss, but also because the airflow comes through these grills at the bottom about here, and they've got to flow through it. If you put it this way, sideways, you're just fluffing yourself, aren't you? You're just kidding yourself. It had to go this way. You know what? I like that hole there for the outflow, but I do have some more. Yeah, I know the neighbours are. You won't pay for half the fence. Come on. Now, stuff him. Now, I've got more important things to do. I've got some liners there, so that's going to get replaced anyway. And when I do, I think I might perforate it full of holes because I need it to bolt to the smart bar here. So I've got to use the new one, but I will perforate it so air can get out. And one last thing, that was 90 degrees, but this bracket isn't. Not my bracket, the car itself. So it wasn't vertical, now it's vertical. So I put it in the vise and kinked it that way, the whole thing. I put it in the vise where the holes were and kinked it that way to get it nice and vertical. Otherwise it would naturally poke out because that there isn't perfectly horizontal, that surface of which I bolted to. So now I've got 5 meters of hose. The mechanic said 4, but I'll leave it up to him because this is something he can't do. He's a mechanic, not a fabricator. We don't want to muck around paying a fortune in the shop there. So I did it myself, and it's a pretty good result.